What's up, guys? Cheers. 75. 75 fucking episodes, man. Tallahassee. What's up, Eugene? I love Florida, man. I can't wait to get back. Orlando's my home. I'm a vacationer, but I don't live there, but... See if I can get you guys up on the bigger screen today. 75 episodes. I had to go live, right? If we're going to do 75, we got to do it in style. Let's see this one up here, guys. Hold on, I don't want to... SOS, what's up, my brother? Never clicked so fast. I'm glad you're here so fast, man. I know a lot of my amp unit, man. I don't tell anybody when I put these up. So sometimes it's early in the morning, sometimes mid-afternoon. You know how we roll, man. I just kind of sneak. I don't do the whole social media thing, you know. Afternoon being, what's up, Darnell? Mr. What the Fluff. What the Fluff? I love that. Macho Man. Cat Muffins. Yeah, man. This is my new Macho Man. I got it while I was away, man. Macho Man. It's pretty badass. Check that shit out. So, yeah, man. Repping the Mach, man. Love this shirt. I saw this in some, it's like a comic book type of store. You don't see many of them anymore. And I had to pick that up, man. The Macho Man was my role model growing up. Obviously, right? There is no Amplified Man without the Macho Man. Blueprint, what's up? I see you. What's up, my brother? SOS, Blueprint's here. Where's Jennifer Pierce and Carlos, man? Where's Undisputed? Where's Vicky Hess? You know, I got some of my peeps all up in here. Jibril, super chat already, man. What's up, Jibril, man? $5 coffee. Thank you, BC. I'm going to let you know that I haven't been in the best mood, but I can't miss this. Much love as always. Thank you so much for everything you do. Jibril, thank you, man. We're all down and out lately. You know what I mean? Just keep your head up, man, and better times are on the horizon. That's what we're hoping, right? I don't know. I had to get the fuck out myself, man. Travel the country a little bit. But, Jibril, thank you, man. Thanks for the words, and just keep your head up, man. Keep kicking that ass. That's all we really can do. Larry Lockett. Fucking 20 bucks, man. That's $4 Larry Lockett, have a coffee on me. That's several coffees, Larry. Thank you so much, man. I'm glad you could tune into this thing. A lot of news to go over, guys. I'm going to try to get it done within an hour for you guys. I know you got things to do on your Friday. So if you spend a little bit of time with the Ant-Man, that's pretty cool. We'll let some people come in. SoundCloud, what's up, my man? $10 super. Thank you, my man. BC, good morning. I died laughing when I heard you say Roman's chiclets. People got pissed off at that, man. We're just having some fun, you know? It's not a big deal. The dude's got the whitest teeth in America. I'm sure a lot of people would be pissed off and want those. So we were just having some fun. People got pissed off. You know, it's Roman's chiclets. What? It's all good, man. You know, the ladies are going to flock to Roman. He's good. He doesn't give a fuck if we have some fun with him. Thank you, SoundCloud. Yeah, I had to have some fun with that, though. He came out of nowhere with those chompers. And obviously, there's more work to be. He's got to file them down a little bit, obviously. I mean, there's Dr. Britt Baker can tell you, but that's a real thing. You have to file it down to fit your mouth more. So, nothing wrong with it. It's just, it's not complete yet. It's like Cody coming out with that TNT Championship when it was just a plate that I would eat some pasta, fucking clam saw pasta off of, you know? Maybe I'll put my fucking cheesecake on that shit. And that's what Cody was parading down to the ring before that belt was finished. Nah, you got to come out with the finished product. Thank you, SoundCloud. Life of a Network Engineer, $5 super. Thank you, Life. I'm at work about to study, but I'll definitely check the video out later when I get home from work. Keep rocking, bro, and that's the bottom line. Life of a... Hold on, let me get that. It's moving so fast, this chat. Life of a Network Engineer. Thank you, my man. And kick ass. You say you're at school or work? I'm at work about to study. Well, kick ass, my friend. And this video will be up later on today, so don't worry. You won't miss anything. Appreciate it, man. Novaz, $3.99 super. Thank you, Novaz. Appreciate it. What's your thoughts on the Taker documentary? I loved it, man. I caught it late, like all the series, so everybody was already talking about it. Undertaker was making his rounds with the publicity tour, and I gotta tell you, man, I was floored by it. It was one of WWE Productions' best documentaries they've ever done. Undertaker was so candid, at times too candid. You know what I mean? You want to keep some of that mystique, but I loved it, Novaz, man. I think that was one hell of a, what was that, 4 or 5 hours collectively? I think there was 5 parts. What a fucking time. I wanted to keep watching that shit. ESPN did something like that with the Chicago Bulls. And man, you just wanted to keep watching that shit. Michael Jones, $9.99 super. Thank you, Michael. Thanks for being a real one. I don't know any other way, Michael. You know, I might get a lot of hate for it, and that's cool, man. I've been the bad guy and the boogeyman my whole life. I've been pissing people off my whole life. I've been getting amped. I've been getting under people's skin. I've been pushing those buttons my whole life. It ain't about to stop. Because the interweb gets pissed off. Thank you, Michael Jones. JP5150, man. $5 value. Thank you, my man. BC back at it with the live stream. Get yourself a coffee on me. JP5150. Thank you, man. That's several coffees on you. Appreciate that. What else we got, man? I think I got all of the supers, guys. I want to get into some of the news now. Because there is a lot to go over. I have to say, first of all, Mauro Ranallo. What can I say about Mauro leaving? Now, we're hearing that Mauro says it's his decision, right? It's Mauro wanting to step away before WWE kicks him out, basically is what Mauro said. But how did we even get to this fucking point? How do you lose somebody like Mauro Ranallo? I would love to know that. How does somebody lose Mauro Ranallo? That is impossible. The guy is so damn good at his job, one of the best, very best. He brings his own unique presentation, just like Joey Styles used to back in the day. How the fuck do you lose Mauro Ranallo? Because that's what happened. Mauro stepped aside for his own good, he said, but he said before it's too late and WWE removes him. Because you knew that's what they wanted from the beginning. Triple H brought him back, and Vince still wasn't happy because it wasn't storytelling. Mauro Ranallo is too damn good at his job. Vince wants his storyteller. You guys remember Joey Styles? I pulled it up for you guys. Allow me to play a little bit of this, if you don't mind, if I can get it back up. This was Joey Styles' shoot. Do you guys remember this? And this was true. I mean, this was on air. So obviously this passed Vince McMahon, but if you don't think this is what Joey Styles was seriously thinking, this is exactly what Joey Styles was thinking. This was his personal shoot interview. Check this shit out.
So I get JR's spot, and from week after week, I got an ongoing lecture about the differences in professional wrestling and sports entertainment. I'm not allowed to say pro wrestling. I'm not allowed to say wrestler. I have to say sports entertainment and refer to the wrestlers as superstars. I'm told to deliberately ignore the moves and the holds during the matches so I can tell stories. Well, ignoring the moves and the holds is damn insulting to the athletes, the wrestlers, not the entertainers, who leave their families 300 days a year to ply their craft in that ring. So here's the best part. Because I'm not a sports entertainment storyteller, I get pulled from WrestleMania. And the reason I'm giving is because I don't sound like Jim Ross, who was the guy they fired in the first place. That makes sense, right? So I swallow the bitter pill. I'm a company guy. I get bumped from WrestleMania. Then I get bumped from Backlash. I'm not good enough to call Backlash. In ECW, I called live pay-per-views on my own, solo. No color commentators dragging me down. Wasn't done before me, hasn't been done since. But I'm not good enough to call Backlash. entertainment storyteller. Well, you know what? I am sick of sports entertainment. I am sick of male cheerleaders. I am sick of boogers and bathroom humor and semen, and I am sick of our chairman who likes to talk about his own semen. He mocks God, and makes out the divas, all to feed his own insatiable ego. I am sick of sports entertainment. And most of all, I'm sick of you fans who actually buy into that crap, this sports entertainment circus. I never needed this job, and I don't want this job anymore. I quit.
So guys, that was, I mean, that was Joey Styles just raw. Now, yeah, that went by Vince and they planned that out. If you don't think that's what Joey was truly feeling, that's what we were all feeling. Joey Styles was amazing at what he did, but Vince wanted a storyteller. Joey Styles didn't fit that mold. Mauro Ranallo is the same way. Mauro Ranallo is too good at his job. He knows the actual wrestling maneuvers, and he calls it like an actual commentator should call it, but he doesn't tell the stories like McMahon would like to. And now that Vince McMahon is overseeing more and more of NXT, McMahon is more and more in that headset. Don't get it twisted. If McMahon's walking by Gorilla, he's picking up a headset and he's going to tell Mauro Ranallo some shit. And Mauro Ranallo doesn't need that. And just to prove, guys, that this is exactly what Joey was feeling, you guys remember the Broken Skull session with Stone Cold. This is what Joey Styles said this to Stone Cold. So this gets you into his mindset around that time. This is Joey Styles with Stone Cold.
After the show, I saw Vince again, and I said, Mr. McMahon, of course, he goes, call me Vince.
Right.
McMahon is my name on TV. I go, how did I do? He goes, you have great passion. You did great. He goes, we're just going to have to WWE-ize you a little bit.
WWE eyes.
What did WWE-ize you mean?
Basically, and I found this out, and I was told by Taz how it works, and Vince is very hands-on with announcers, is that I was, what I did best was play-by-play, and Vince didn't want play-by-play. So what he said was, stop doing play-by-play, tell stories. And Kevin Dunn would tell me, we want you to tell stories like JR, but they couldn't tell me exactly what that meant, and I wasn't sure, which stories, the storylines we're currently doing. You want me to enhance those? Do you want me to? I didn't know what it meant. So
Got you.
6 months I'm on Raw, and it was probably, let's say I had the second worst announcing career at WWE, only because Mike Adamle followed me. If it wasn't for
Mike Adamle, who remembers that guy?
So it's me, King, and Coach. Love those guys both. But Vince now starts in my ear giving me verbiage. And people think that Vince yells and he's nasty and all that. That has nothing to do with it. Sometimes he does, sometimes he doesn't. I have never dealt with that before. So the way I try to describe it is, I'm sure most people listening have run on a treadmill and you've tripped up. So you're running on a treadmill and you trip up, but you don't fall, you just kind of catch up, and then you get back in your rhythm. Well, I couldn't process the extra voice in my head in addition to my color commentator. So
Right.
Every time Vince would give me a line to say, and it'd be a full line he wants you to repeat, I would mentally trip up and get out of my rhythm. So then I would catch up and he'd feed you another one. I was tripping through these broadcasts to the point where something that was so much fun for me and so natural wound up being difficult for me, and I just wasn't getting the hang of it.
Unfucking
I
real.
know Vince was getting frustrated.
Right.
I know I was frustrated. So I found out as we get close to WrestleMania.
I can't even listen to that anymore. That's Vince McMahon sabotaging his own commentary. If you want to do it, Vince, just get on the fucking headset. But instead, he hires these people and then he just starts screaming at them or giving them full verbiage to say, and it fucks you up. Taz said it, Mick Foley said it, Jim Ross has said it on numerous times, Joey Styles has said it, Mauro Ranallo has said it. How many people need to say the same thing before Vince, as Jericho is going to say later in this very podcast, we're going to go over what Jericho said to Vince McMahon and Triple H. But how many times before you pull your head out of your ass? How many people need to come up and say, listen, we can't do our job because you're not allowing us to. Get out of our fucking heads, dude. And that's what McMahon does time and time again. You just heard it from Joey Styles on the Shoot interview, and just in case you were thinking that was just a storyline, that's Joey Styles talking to Stone Cold. So there you go. I'm using Joey Styles as an example because still to this day, I can't understand how WWE let go of a guy like Joey Styles. Literally, how do you let go of somebody like Styles? And now today, here we are. Because what was that, guys? Nearly 15 years ago? Something like that. Here we are, a decade and a half later, and they're doing the same thing with Morrow, to the point where Morrow felt he had to leave. How does NXT, one of the staple mates of NXT is Mauro Ranallo, right? He's like one of the poster childs. You think NXT, you think Morrow calling the action. Morrow had to leave because in his own words, it was better to leave now before he gets booted out. Well, why did he feel that way? Obviously, he was feeling heat from the company. How does somebody so damn good at their job get booted from their fucking company or not liked by management when you're so damn good at your job? I'd love to know! Asking for a friend! How the fuck does that happen? Only in this company can you be so good at your job that you have to leave because you feel you're either going to be fired or you're just not good enough, when everybody around the world knows just how damn good you are. So yeah, that's my thoughts on Mauro Ranallo. Am I pissed off? Just a little bit, because I've seen this happen time and time again. And now we, the fans, also have to suffer through it because now we don't have Mauro anymore. So now we have Vic Joseph. Do you love Vic? This is where somebody's going to say, Vic isn't that bad, man. Yeah, Vic is pretty okay, isn't he? We had great, and now we go to okay. Awesome. Vince booted him on Raw. Vince has control over NXT now more than ever. Him and H, it's just a matter of time before he gets booted. Maybe it's going to be Tom Phillips back in there. Maybe Beth Phoenix is the main play-by-play gal. Wade Barrett might be coming back to alleviate some pressure. Wade Barrett and Vic have a good little chemistry with Beth in there. Maybe that's something. Mauro was your heart and soul. Mauro is now gone because people like Vince McMahon constantly in his ear, making him question himself. Renee Young just made headlines this week. Renee Young talked about how she felt slighted by Renee Young is one of the best interviewers of our time. You'd have to go back to Mean Gene Okerlund, or I love Sean Mooney. I even love Todd Pettengill. These days, there isn't interviewers anymore that are actually just naturally good. Renee Young felt slighted by the company when she tested positive for COVID. And obviously, that's because WWE is petty, and they didn't want her saying that she had COVID. They wanted everybody to think that WWE is in this nice, tiny, legit, cozy, rainbow and chocolate chip cookie bubble. And then people found out, oh no, there's COVID in there. And Renee Young was the first one to bring that to light. So now Renee Young gets treated like shit while she has COVID. She basically was so nice about it, but that's what she said. She felt slighted. She felt disrespected by the company she worked for. Now, I don't know about you, but if your employee gets COVID while she was working for your company, as a boss, wouldn't you extend a reaching hand and say, hey, how can I help? Nah, not WWE. We're going to ostracize her. We're going to put her into obscurity. She did us wrong. Fuck out of here. Renee Young felt disrespected by the company. Mauro Ranallo feels he has to leave. Or else, in his own words, it's better to leave now before he gets booted out because he knew he wasn't liked back there. He's too good at his job. And while I'm on the subject of Renee Young, right? Everyone's thinking Renee Young to AEW. Guys, Renee Young has made a statement on this, and I quote from Renee Young, there has been no talks. Literally no talks. The second anybody leaves WWE or is fired or whatever, it's like, oh, they're going to AEW. AEW confirmed. It's nonstop. So obviously I knew it was going to come. But you know what I found interesting is as much as I assumed that that's what everybody was going to say when I left, more people were like, no, she's going to work for Fox or ESPN. She's going to do whatever else. Like a lot of people saw me kind of leaving the wrestling world, which I was surprised by. So that's her words. She starts that whole statement off with, there have been 0 talks with AEW. Now, I don't expect her, if she is a surprise for like All Out or anything down the line, AEW in 2021, I don't expect her to say, yeah, I'm in talks. So, of course, that's what we expect her to say. But Renee's pretty, like, legit in her words. There's a believability to her because she just doesn't bullshit. I kind of believe her when she says there's no talks. That's not even in the realm. I think her cookbook right now and her YouTube channel, which I believe is going to revolve around cooking, whatever she's doing, I think that's taking precedent. And I think she is going to field some offers from ESPN and Fox because she's that damn fucking good. So, that's Renee Young. Before I go any further, did you guys hear what SmackDown's bringing tonight? Their main event, a fatal 4-way to determine who takes on Roman Reigns for that championship at Cheesecake of Champions. Fatal 4-way. You ready for these ones? Biggie, Braun Strowman. No, Biggie and Sheamus, my apologies. Corbin and Matt Riddle. Do you guys see what they did? They just took 2 feuds from the past. So you had Biggie and Sheamus, you got Riddle and Corbin. He's just throwing them all into the ring, and we're going to get one winner, maybe, and that's going to be who takes on Roman Reigns at Cheesecake of Champions. That's your main event for tonight, and that's going to be your main event for Cheesecake of Champions. How the fuck? Who wants to see this? Why does this company insist on throwing everybody into the ring just to come out with a #1 contender? Because they know damn well they're not going to invest the time to actually build a roster of legit stars. So what do? All they do is throw everybody in the ring, have a schmaz, and one person comes out of it standing taller than the rest. That way it's easier and more simplistic for them. They don't have to do any work. They don't have to build any superstars up. Let's throw 4 more dudes in the ring tonight. They do it with the ladies. They do it in the tag division. They do it with every belt in this company. Multi-man schmaz matches. So that's what you guys can expect on SmackDown later tonight. The Rock, AJ Styles, Kevin Nash, they all tested positive for COVID within the last month or two. The Rock has made a statement, and that brought people like AJ Styles and Kevin Nash out. They also are now telling their story. So a lot of people are getting this thing, and a lot of people are saying they're not feeling much, maybe a few symptoms, but that's about it. Rock's kids, actually, his family got it. The kids didn't feel anything. Him and his wife were down for a few days, and that was that. So, I don't know. A lot of people are getting it, but it's like herd immunity. I mean, everybody, they said when this thing started, 85% plus of the world was going to get it, or the population. It was going to be hard not to, or you already had it, or you'll get some type of it. That's what they said, So I don't know what people are running from. If they already said we're all basically getting this anyway, then take it on the fucking chin. And if you have an underlying issue, or if you got something serious, or you're older, then you really should stay quarantined more than others. No question. But I don't know how long they expect us to hide down the economy, man. I mean, do you guys know 40% of small businesses will be out of business by the end of the year if this keeps up? They're saying 40% of your mom and pop shops done. Forget just people out of work. Their dreams shattered. How long do we do this for? Till there's a vaccine, basically. Well, a lot of people are not going to shoot up their fucking arms with needs. It's not going to happen. People need to get the fuck back to work. Fucking A, man. I tell you. All these people coming down with it, and I mean, it's like, okay. They're like, all right, I had it for a day. Or some of these people are like, I didn't even know I had it. Glad the economy was shut down. I'm just saying, at some point we gotta do something. We have to come up with a better fucking strategy. Things need to open up. They just have to. I mean, fuck. I love how the news is the funniest thing. You see all these protests. They won't say anything about that. But if you have a barbecue in your backyard, oh, what are you doing? Having people over. We're linking 72 cases to a massive back house party. They won't say anything about fucking 1,000 people protesting. They're fine. We don't have any results on them contributing to this. The backyard barbecues, they gotta stop. Protesting, that's on. I tell you, the media. If you want reality, go far away from the media, because they will steer you in the most craziest of places. Daniel Bryan as well. He might not be returning till 2021 because he just had a baby, obviously, with Miss Bella. And Daniel Bryan's always been one of those like earthy people. He's like, oh, if they tell me to stay hunkered down, I'll stay hunkered down to 2030. I love Daniel Bryan, but I don't think we'll see him for the rest of the year. The Bellas just had their babies 22 hours apart from one another. How the fuck is that possible? 22 hours apart. First of all, they got pregnant around the same time, and they claimed, hey, we didn't have nothing to do with that. That's coincidence. And then they had their babies 22 hours apart. How is that possible, guys? It's not. Or I guess it is. I mean, maybe it's a crazy coincidence. But babies are born at odd times. Just because you're given a date doesn't mean you are. I was supposed to be, I believe, born on the 10th of August. And then they said, oh, he's not coming out. Then they said the 15th. I didn't come out then either. Then they said the 20th he'll be out. I didn't come out then either. Then they said the 25th we have to take him out. So they did like an emergency section. And I had to be pulled out because I was not coming out in this fucking world. So it's amazing that these Bellas had their kid within a day, less than a day, 22 hours. Tell me that's not insane. I'm not saying they organize this somehow medically or anything, but I mean, you're telling me that's not kind of crazy? But it doesn't really matter. Congrats to them. 2 fucking kids in the matter of 22 hours. Their parents fucking must be... isn't their stepfather John Laurinaitis? He's probably fucking thrilled. What else, guys? Oh, you guys want to talk to Chris Jericho? This is huge. I can't believe Jericho said these words. Let me just make sure I got a... Hold on. Oh, shoot, guys. There's some supers that came in, guys. I gotta... Take care of the supers first. Hold on, guys. I'll get to Jericho in a second. Hold on, guys. Larry. Wait, didn't you... Larry, another 5. How you doing? Thank you, Larry. Appreciate it, man. Also, I'm not going to say much, but I'm doing some training, BC, and I hope to be in your good column soon. Man, Larry, I want to see you up there, man. If you're really good and you need a manager, I'll bring you to the top, to the championship, my friend. Thank you, Larry. Carlos, my man. Glad you're back, brother. Life is boring without you. I tell you, you got to make it interesting yourself, Carlos. I don't know how that is, man. Playing dominoes or throwing rocks at kids outside. Who knows? But I appreciate it, Carlos. I'm glad you caught the stream, man. I know I don't inform you guys, anybody. Danny Green, $5. How you doing? Danny, thank you. I appreciate that. Kenneth, $4.99 coffee. Kenneth, thank you, my man. SOS, that's the type of promo I miss in wrestling. Yeah, the Joey Styles, I mean, that's what I mean. You got a guy like Joey Styles, this scrawny little commentator, and he cuts better promos than today's dudes coming out of the Performance Center. What does that tell you, SOS? You know, I mean, this Performance Center is for the fucking birds if you're not going to create real legit stars. If they don't have that it factor, it ain't going to come out at any time. They have to have that it factor. There's no way around that. That's something you can't teach. You know, you either have that it factor or you don't. Marty Banks, $5 spot. Marty Banks, thank you, man. Red team, go! That's my boy, Marty, yeah. Red team is fucking rocking, man. Thank you for all the birthday wishes, too, guys. Honestly, man, I went on a birthday hiatus. You guys are rock stars, man. I look at these as birthday coffees right now. You guys, man, in hundreds. I checked that last video. Hundreds of you guys wishing the Ant-Man happy birthday. I appreciate that. And also, congratulations on the 75th pod. I appreciate all that, guys. Carlos, another 5. How you doing? BC, it's a well-known fact that WWE is just a bad working environment. Carlos, that's an understatement. You're exactly correct, my friend. And it's actually pathetic. And you think by now they would learn, but they don't. Easy does it. $4.99. How you doing? Thank you, my friend. The Ant-Man. I watch you and JD regularly, and you guys help me love wrestling again. I really only like heels since most baby faces are booked so bad. Yeah, baby faces are booked like absolute clowns. And I appreciate it, my man, honestly. Hopefully I can keep entertaining you, but more than that, I hope I can just keep dropping facts and truth. Whether the community likes it or not, that's not my prerogative. You know, that's not what I'm here for. I'm not here just to make people like what I'm saying. You know what I mean? I really want to just call out the BS while at the same time calling out all the awesome shit in pro wrestling. There's a way we can do this on this platform and in the podcasting world. There's a way we can do this. We can call out the good and the bad together, but we have to be honest with ourselves. If we're going to bullshit one way or the other, if you're just super positive about everything, then you're a schmuck and you're not needed in the community. If you're super negative about everything, then you're a schmuck and not needed in the community, because nobody will ever take your word seriously because you're always swaying one way or the other. You have to call it down the middle. So I appreciate that. Easy does it. I think I got everybody in the supers, guys. So I want to go on with the Jericho news here, man. Not really. Well, it is new. It's going to be news. Trust me, because these are harsh words. First, I'll get to what Tony Kahn said. This is what Tony Kahn said. Oh, man. They just, for a company that says they don't care about what WWE is doing, man, they sure talk a lot about WWE. Kahn says this, and I quote, "We were both operating during the pandemic, and I thought AEW Double or Nothing kicked the crap out of WrestleMania. It was a much better pay-per-view." He said AEW, and by the way, probably a fact. I have to go back and rewatch that too, but I wouldn't doubt that they did. But he said that AEW Double or Nothing kicked the crap out of Vince McMahon's WrestleMania. That is fucking huge, guys. Tony Khan. Then he knew that was going to make headlines, because he said right before he said that, he says, this is probably going to be the talking point. But Santevia Major, I see that, man. $5, how you doing? Hey, PC, welcome back. Thank you, Santevia. Welcome back to you, too. Glad you caught the stream. Almost said the scream. I do scream a lot, too. Thank you, Santevia. But can you believe Tony Khan just came right out and said, yeah, we kicked the crap out of WrestleMania. Wow, man. That's crazy. I don't know. Do you guys think Khan should be saying that? How do you guys feel about it? I mean, that's... You don't give a fuck. At least you could say that, man. He's hitting Vince McMahon pretty square up. And then Chris Jericho, he took it a step further. Are you guys ready for this? This is like this is talking to Triple H's heart, bro. Once again, this is Chris Jericho on NXT, possibly moving to Tuesday nights. Once again, it was never a war for me. This is a war that was thrust upon us by a company that is very petty and very spiteful, and we know the reason why NXT was moved to Wednesday nights, to mess with us. Although I do have to correct him there. Wasn't NXT already on Wednesday nights? In fact, they were on an obscure WWE network. So here you have AEW coming on Wednesday nights. NXT was going to be pushed further into obscurity. So I think they had to make a move. So I don't know why Jericho would say that they brought it to AEW. AEW brought it to NXT first. I don't think he liked the fact that they went on USA Network, though, in the time slot. But what do you expect Triple H to do? Just take that on the fucking chin? I mean, if you're in your cubicle at work and the new guy comes up and starts moving your shit out of your cubicle, and then he starts pushing your chair out of the way with you in it, aren't you going to stop the chair and go, "What are you doing, dude? This is my cubicle"? And he's going to look at you and say, "Yeah, we're here now. You're going to have to move to a different cubicle." Or are you going to step up for your cubicle? Right? That's all Triple H was doing, I think. But then Triple H started literally matching AEW, and I think that's what really pissed them off. But anyway, Jericho says, it was to mess with us. We get it. We pay attention to what we are doing. We don't care what they're doing, and we have no interest in it. If you watch us, you get the ratings, where we beat them week after week. We win every week, he says. They should retreat. They should move to another night. Get away from us, he said. Jericho said, get away from us. You guys got a great program and it's good. Why would you want to sacrifice your own ratings just to be spiteful and petty to go head to head with AEW? We're not going anywhere, and put on anything you want. We'll continue to beat you. He said, put on anything you want. We are going to continue to beat you. That is directly to Triple H and Vince by Chris Jericho. It is a retreat, but it's also the right move from a business standpoint. Get your head out of your rear end and just worry about your product the same way we worry about ours. Can I say that line again? Jericho just told H and Vince to get your head out of your own rear end. and worry about yourselves. If they move to Tuesday, smart move. That way you guys can get your 850,000, 900,000, whatever. Congratulations. Let us do our thing and we'll get over 1 million. I think it's a smart move business-wise on their end. They lost. There's nothing wrong with conceding defeat. Moving to a different night and worrying about your show and not worrying about going head-to-head with us because you can't stop us. End quote. Chris Jericho, that is, I mean, this guy never holds back, but this was the most rock star Jericho I've ever fucking seen. Now, half of me thinks he shouldn't even talk about WWE and NXT in this way. You're just giving them more attention. You're sharing the headlines with them. The other half is Jericho legit being pissed off. He's got the gift to gab and he never holds back, so he's going to tell you how he feels. If you think this isn't going to get to Vince and Triple H, if you think this is going to piss Triple H off, you got another thing coming. I mean, he told him to pull his head out of his rear end. He said, you lost. He said, retreat. He said, get away from us. He said, we're not going anywhere. We're going to continue to beat you. He said, we win every week. I mean, this is all just in 2 paragraphs. Hammering down on H. Hammering down on McMahon. Wow, man. Chris Jericho letting motherfuckers have it in WWE. I think one day he will be back, even if it's for a Hall of Fame run, but it ain't going to be anytime soon because the more he opens his mouth, man, he is pissing off those suits and ties in WWE, and I'm sitting back kind of loving it, you know, because I'm one of those characters that doesn't hold back. I like when people just express how they truly feel. Again, the other side of that is Tony Khan doing it. Should Tony be doing it as the leader of that company? Should Tony Khan be coming out and saying, yeah, I thought we kicked the crap out of WrestleMania? Maybe. Maybe, man. I mean, the gloves are off. AEW can say they're not concerned with WWE or NXT. They are. They're watching, just like NXT is watching AEW. And they're going to constantly throw shots back at one another because it is a war. Whether they liked it or not, even Jericho says, oh, it was never a war for me. This war was thrusted upon us. So he admits it is a war. There's no way around that. You have 2 of the same products on the same night at the same time. Whether anybody likes it or not, it's a war, right? Because when it's all said and done, one network is going to eventually kick the other one off of that night. One program is going to leave. The network is going to have enough of getting defeat by the same product. And they're going to say, hey, maybe this will do better on another night. That's what's going to happen. So when you lose your night or your job or your time slot, you're pissed. That's a war. Something that is the same as you is pushing you off the block. If Burger King went out of business tomorrow and they were right next to McDonald's, and the reason is because McDonald's was pouring in more people than Burger King, and Burger King is forced to move, that was a war, and Burger King's pissed. Tuck the tail between the legs and they gotta scamper off. If Pepsi loses out to Coca-Cola, Pepsi's pissed. It's a war. Coke and Pepsi. When you go into your local Cumberland Farms, Wawa, 7-Eleven, and you have a choice between Pepsi and Coke or Dasani water and Poland Spring, you think that's not a war between 2 companies? You think Poland Spring is just like, oh, I don't care who they choose. I like Dasani. You think Coca-Cola's like, fucking Pepsi? I love their cans. I would pick Pepsi if I was in a store. No. It's the same product. You're 2 wrestling shows on the same night at the same time. Of course it's a fucking war. Jericho's had enough. He's shooting back now because how many times can you watch Triple H match you shot for shot? I mean, you coming up with the Fighter Fests and the Bash at the Beaches and all that, and all of a sudden Triple H is coming up with, what was that? Great American Bash, double week spectacular. And that was clear indication of what AEW was doing, right? When Sheeta won that championship, or... I'm sorry, fucking, not Sheeta. Sheeta's now. What am I saying? Well, when AEW first crowned their first one, give me the lady who first won the women's championship in AEW, please, guys. And then Vince McMahon, literally, like a week later or some shit, he put titles on Asuka when they were in obscurity. Only because AEW put the title on their Japanese talent. Rio, thank you, guys. Thank you, Rio. I don't know why I fucking said Sheeta. Sheeta's their champion now. Rio, man. And then what happened a week later? Oh, I tell you, man. It gets frustrating seeing somebody... and Triple H did this time and time again. So obviously Jericho gets pissed. Khan gets pissed. So I don't know, man. That's my thoughts on it. Half of me wishes they didn't do that, just let it be and keep kicking ass. And the other half of me, good. Let them have it, man. Smash them in the fucking mouth. Smash them in the mouth. If Jericho thinks he's doing the best that him and his company can do, and Khan thinks he is, and he's constantly being copied, then hey, good for them. So I'm not going to knock Jericho for those comments, but wow, I can't believe how heavy those comments are, guys. Fucking hey, bro. That was a real deal, man. Christopher, $4.99, how you doing? Thank you, my friend. NXT just needs to go back to the WWE Network. I think they had more subs because it was a network exclusive. No question, Christopher, and thank you again. The problem with that now, Christopher, though, is AEW has arrived, and they're on cable. So NXT, literally, Triple H is prideful, just like the old man. He doesn't want to like lose that mainstream factor. Here he is, tucked away on the network. Sure, that'll bring in some network subscriptions, but AEW's over here going to pull over well over 1 million viewers. You think Triple H is going to be okay being on the network where only a few people are really watching, and over here on TNT, AEW is pulling in over 1 mil? Triple H would be like, dude, I got a comparable product, I feel. Why the fuck am I tucked away on a streaming service? So I agree with you, Christopher, on one hand, but the other hand, why that will never happen is because they're way too prideful, and they do have a good comparable product. Some other news real quick. And guys, as far as AEW and NXT this week, I wasn't blown away by either. I'll be totally honest with you guys, man. Starting with AEW, Moxley and Sterling. I love the comedy that they had, but other than that, man, I felt we could have done more going into Mox and MJF. Thunder Rosa in action was good toward the tail end. The first part of this match with the Deeb was kind of slow and run-of-the-mill, and I was expecting more from Thunder Rosa. As the match went on, then we started to see much better out of Thunder. So now I'm much more in tune to see Thunder Rosa and Shida. SCU and Private Party versus the Bucks and Jurassic Express, spot for spot and lack of selling. Come on, man. Jericho versus Janela, we could have done more. Best Friends versus Santana and Ortiz. Come on, man. This is your go-home show. I felt it could have been a lot better, actually, if I'm being honest. And same with NXT, man. If you're giving me a schmaz match to start off with, Swerve and Breezango versus Legado del Fantasma, I'm probably not going to be interested for the next 2 hours to come. Candice LeRae versus Catanzaro. At least she is back. Don't get me wrong. I do feel there's a little more we need to see on Catanzaro, but there's so much improvement that she still needs to obtain that I don't think Ricochet is going to be able to teach her, that you're not beating Candice LeRae, man. So this, to me, was a run-of-the-mill match that wasn't needed to be seen. It was a filler match. Candice LeRae versus Casey Catanzaro. And then you had Timothy Thatcher versus Bronson Reed. This would be a great match in about a year from now when we care about both of these dudes. We're still trying to learn about Bronson Reed, and Thatcher still has a ways to go. Good wrestlers, no doubt, but we just don't care as much as I'm sure they hoped we would. So this match did nothing for me. And then we went into the Iron Man match, Balor, Ciampa, Cole, and Gargano, and we all know that went an hour and we didn't even have a definitive winner. Adam Cole and Finn Balor are sitting there tugging on a fucking belt because there's no fucking winner. And this was done, obviously, because they need a night 2 of Super Tuesday. So we went through an hour with no real crowd in attendance and a lot of commercial breaks and a lot of boring spots. A whole hour of this, and we don't even get a fucking winner. Stop it. And you're telling me that these couldn't have been better, guys? NXT and AEW could have been a lot better for yours truly. As far as All Out, the pay-per-view for tomorrow night, guys, it's a stacked card. The AEW World Championship with Moxley and MJF. This is MJF's fucking moment, right? I don't know if he captures the title or not, but this is his stage. This is the biggest match in his young career, I assure you. AEW World Tag Team Championships, Kenny Omega and Adam Page versus FTR. FTR have to win these championships. No ands, ifs, or buts about it, man. FTR's time, and then you set up something really cool with Young Bucks. AEW Women's World Championship, Shida versus Thunder Rosa. Now I'm much more into this match than I was before Dynamite hit the air this past week. I think that should be a fun match. Britt Baker and Big Swole, I believe, got pushed down to the buy-in pre-show. Now, I'm a big fan of Britt Baker, so I don't like that. And I also think this is going to be, from what I'm hearing, a cinematic type match. Well, you're going to have to do some splaining for me. This honestly should be on the main show, I feel, especially if you're going to do a cinematic type. Britt Baker and Big Swole has been a little big storyline over the last several weeks. I feel that they deserve at least 15 minutes on this show. But I'm hearing, guys, Britt Baker versus Big Swole will be on the pre-show buy-in, and it's going to be cinematic. The Young Bucks will take on Jurassic Express. I like this. No titles on the line. It's just going to be a good match, and we don't need 8 people in the ring to give us a good match. 2 good tag teams. Let's do this. Matt Hardy versus Sammy Guevara, Broken Rules match. I'm a huge fan of Matt Hardy and Sammy Guevara, so of course I'm into this match, probably more than the average fan. Dark Order versus Matt Cardona, Scorpio Sky, and the Natural Nightmares. This is a schmaz match. I can care less about it. And 21-man casino battle royal for an AEW championship opportunity in the future. It's a schmaz match. I can care less about it. So there's a couple matches I couldn't care less about. And then there's a match I don't know why that's in the buy-in. But other than that, it's a pretty stacked card. So we'll see. SOS, $2. How you doing? Thank you, SOS. NXT is like a factory. Create everything the same. I always say that, SOS. It's like Amazon pumping out boxes from their factory, where it's just off of the conveyor belt, and that's what the Performance Center is pushing out. And you funnel through NXT, and they say they have promo classes, and I'm like, well, where are the promo classes? I'm hearing nobody like Roddy Piper back in the day, or the Macho Man Randy Savage, or even Hulk Hogan, or even the Warrior, who nobody even understood back in the day. But the Warrior knew how to captivate you with his words, even if you didn't understand his words. The Ric Flairs, even Edge, like where is that today in the promos? You know, it's everybody's a carbon copy of one another. That's what I'm seeing anyway. It pisses me off, man. To no end. I get all the super. What do you got? Easy does it. Another $9.99. Easy, thank you, man. I appreciate that, man. A couple more Starbucks. BC, I don't always agree with you, but you always keep it real and objective. The fanboys in the wrestling community are pathetic. WWE has awful creative, and AEW will Spotfest multi-tag. Oh, yeah, with the Spotfest multi-tag team matches, I hate. I'm with you, Easy, and that's what I mean. I don't just pick one company. I'm high on AEW because in their very young run, they're doing a lot more good than bad, so I'm going to give them more props. But I'm always going to call out the BS, and I'll always get AEW diehards that get pissed at me, just like WWE fans get pissed at me when I call out all the bad shit. But I'm not going to bullshit. There's good, there's bad, and there's ugly, and I'm going to call it out. Once in a blue moon, there's great in the wrestling world, and I love talking about the phenomenal shit. But thank you, Easy Does It, man. I'll always continue to drop truth, man. It's the only thing I know how to do. SoundCloud 199, thumbs up to you, my friend. Thank you. I appreciate that. Carlos, $5. How you doing, Carlos? Another bomb, man. Thank you, Carlos. You doing a review on this AEW pay-per-view? It's possible, Carlos. I definitely might. Hey, Jennifer Pierce is finally here. There you are. Oh, and dude, my sister's having her baby. I don't care if it's... Jennifer, I hope you're all the best, man. Is that... I can't catch the actual chat, Jennifer, so I just caught this last part. If your sister is actually having a baby, all the best, Jennifer. Hopefully all is good. Oh, where was I? Carlos, yeah, I might do a pay-per-view review for AEW. I just have to have the time Sunday, so we'll see. I have a lot to do this weekend, starting like right now, starting a half an hour ago. So I have a lot to do, but I hope to do a review, but don't hold me to that. But I hope to. Thanks again, Carlos, man. I'm glad you're sticking around for the entire thing, too. We're going toward an hour here. SoundCloud, hit that like button, amp you. Yeah, SoundCloud, thank you, man, right? Yeah, we got a couple hundred mofos up in this. Why is there only 100 how you doings? Don't just hit the like button either. Smash it amplified style. Thank you, guys. Thank you, SoundCloud. Sometimes people need to remember that. I'm sure it helps out the stream. I should be promoting that, I know. BC, why don't you ever tell people to like your vid and tell people to subscribe? I should do it more often, I know. But to me, it's pandering unnecessarily. I just, I don't know. I just never did that. But I should keep that in mind, though, because sometimes people just literally forget to press the like button or just subscribe. They just forget, you know? What's that? Okay, so did I even get to... Oh, yeah, speaking of Jericho earlier, you guys hear this? Jericho says Lesnar is not a free agent. He says exactly what BC says about people like Brock, Roman, and Charlotte. They're never going to be a free agent. The whole community... I've been gone on a birthday hiatus, right? I've been traveling the country, enjoying my birthday hiatus. And all I kept seeing was Brock Lesnar is a free agent. No, he's not. He might not have a contract with WWE right now, but if you think he's going anywhere other than with Vince, you're mistaken. UFC's a possibility with John Jones if they can get the right price tag. Oh, Dana White would love that. But if you think he's showing up to stop it. Stop it. Wouldn't that be something if he did? Oh, absolutely. I'll be doing what Jericho told Triple H to do, man. I'll just fucking go. I'll be like, check you later. I'll tuck the tail between the legs, and I'll admit I was wrong. If Lesnar was to show up at Double or Nothing, or I'm sorry, All Out. Tony Khan was talking about Double or Nothing kicking WrestleMania's ass. That's why it's in my dome piece. But yeah, if All Out was to fucking smash it out with Brock Lesnar, I'd be the first one who would say, hey, I was wrong, man. But there's no way Brock Lesnar is going anywhere. And Jericho even said that. Jericho said he's not a free agent. Relax. If you think Vince McMahon is letting him go to a rival promotion and he's not going to match that, I think Jericho's exact words were, the dude's got $2 billion in his bank. You think he's letting Brock go or not matching the price tag? And Jericho also said with the amount of money it's going to take to get Brock, we don't know if it would be worth it. We know the type of wrestler, even Tony Khan said he's actually a good performer. But they don't know if they can get the return on their investment with Brock for the dates he's going to want to do and all that. Just like Roman and Charlotte, these are lifers for WWE. They're never going anywhere, I assure you. These are Vince's lifers. Brock, Roman, Charlotte. Bottom line, man. Sarah Logan, she finally released some statements on this new Riot Squad, right? Everyone's wondering how she feels because she was slighted, obviously. She got canned, and then they put Liv and Ruby back together. So Sarah Logan says, and I quote, as a genuine friend of Liv and Ruby, it makes me happy to see that they're doing stuff together again. But there's a part of me that misses them so much. Me and Liv sat on the bench for nearly a year in WWE. This could have been done earlier. So Sarah's pissed off. She's talking about how they were in catering for a year. And now you're going to try to do something with them? Minus her? Now, we all looked at Sarah Logan as kind of the third wheel, I understand, right? Ruby Riott and Liv Morgan were the class. Some people would put Liv above Ruby as far as character. I'd be one of them. I think character-wise, Liv Morgan is more versatile. Wrestling-wise, I think Ruby Riott is better than Liv. But I think we all can agree Sarah was kind of in that third spot. But there's no reason you couldn't have done something cool with Ruby Riott, Liv Morgan, and Sarah Logan, the Riot Squad, when they debuted. Instead, they debuted. We have 3 renegade ladies, a cool little gimmick if used properly. And within weeks, they were nothing more than the Jobber Squad. And Vince never put them back on the right path, to the point where he had to split them up, fire one of them. It still didn't work. Now he's putting them back together. And what's he going to do down the road? Hire back Sarah Logan and make them the complete Jobber Squad package again? Unless you give them correct booking, they'll never get over with anybody. You know? Unfucking real, man. Matt Hardy backs up what Sarah Logan says. Sarah Logan talking about how this company does not utilize their talent correctly. Matt Hardy admitted recently that Vince McMahon had given up on Hardy as an in-ring performer and wanted him to be a producer backstage and teach the kids coming up. Well, isn't that what the damn Performance Center is for? Why do you need Matt Hardy to do this? Hardy was like, cool, maybe one day I'll teach the kids. But dude, I can still bring a lot to the table. And Vince was like, nah, this is what we've decided. And Matt Hardy was like, nah, I'm out of here. And Matt Hardy went to AEW, and we saw how much more he still has in the tank creatively. This is the Macho Man Randy Savage situation all over again. You guys remember when Savage left WWE? He wanted to keep wrestling. Vince wanted him out of the ring and just commentate. Savage was like, no, I still have more to offer. Vince was like, get the fuck out of the ring. Savage was like, no, I want in. They had a huge fight backstage. Massive. Helped lead to him being on the outs. He wanted to compete, and Macho Man still had it in him. You saw in WCW, he still had a few years left in the tank. Vince decides in his weird world that he doesn't want to see you in his ring competing anymore and he wants you out. The performer gets the ultimate decision though. Or he'll go somewhere else. Yeah, it's your company, but I'll go somewhere else and do my craft. So Matt Hardy was at a crossroads with Vince, and I'm glad he hit the high road. I'm not even going to do this with you, Vince. I'm leaving. Same thing Savage had to do. Pisses me off, man, because it's clear. I mean, do you guys remember when Matt Hardy left the final couple weeks in WWE before he went to AEW? Matt Hardy was stealing the headlines with what he was doing with Randy Orton. Stealing the fucking headlines. Because their segments were such gold. And then you see what Matt Hardy did with Sammy Guevara in the Inner Circle. I mean, this is straight genius. It's gold. Matt Hardy helped all of that. You could have had him, Vince. You thought he was done. You thought he was to be put out to pasture. Nah. Far from it. Also, Rey Mysterio, guys. He might not have stuck with WWE just because his son Dominic signed. It also looks like he's going to be a part of a big promotional package being sent out. He's got a new animated series on the Cartoon Network. And we're hearing he's got even more planned, him in WWE. So they're going to turn him to like a real-life comic hero. Not like Ricochet's character. Rey Mysterio is really going to be pushed marketing-wise. Reminds me of Ultimate Warrior back in the day. You guys remember when Warrior came back and he had a comic book and he had a whole school, the Warrior School, and he wanted Vince to promote Warrior as much as he did his own company, WWE, or F at the time. And Warrior was like, I'm a marketing machine, market me as such. And Vince is like, what the fuck is this guy on? Well, now it looks like Vince is making the decision. Mysterio is at the tail end of his career, obviously. He's still wildly popular with the kids. He's got the look that would sell a lot of things, not just masks. And I think an animated series on the Cartoon Network is pretty fucking cool. So congrats to Rey Mysterio. And it looks like there's a lot of reasons why he re-signed with WWE, not just Dominic. Former female WWE superstar Victoria. I don't know if you guys remember Victoria. I used to love her, man. She was a badass wrestler. She was ahead of her time. Victoria recently stated that she would come back to WWE. First of all, she's wanted to come back for years now. Vince, for some reason, will not bring Victoria back. But she's wanted to come back for a while now, and she said she'd come back, and she wants to face Charlotte Flair. That would be a badass match, but Victoria was so damn good, I'd like to see her with Sasha Banks or even Bianca Belair. Could you imagine Victoria and Bianca Belair or Victoria and Sasha Banks? Give me Victoria and Mickie James again. I just want to see Victoria back. You guys remember at the Royal Rumble, was it last year or the year before? I think it was this past year. At the Royal Rumble, there was a sneak photo of Victoria's package playing. They were doing rehearsals with entrances, and it got leaked out. And in the actual telecast, we did not see Victoria. I wonder if she was supposed to be used. Because of that photo, Vince took her off the event. And then we never saw Victoria again. I hope that's not the case, man. Because Victoria needs to be back at least for one more match, if not one more run. Has she not fucking deserved that at least? Let me check back in with you guys. That's a lot of news I just hit you guys with. I know, man. I'm trying to keep this within an hour. I know you guys got things. I got things to do too. So I'm trying, man. What do you got? Who mans is this? 199. Thank you, my man. Thought on Bray bringing the Husky Harris gimmick. I love it because Bray can just captivate me with anything he does. So I would love it as long as it's not like supposed to be a serious thing. If it's something that he's just fucking around with and he's going to be a tool, a jobber, that's fine. The Fiend needs to be the real badass in all this. Even the Mr. Rogers Bray Wyatt character, even when he gets beat, that's no harm, no foul. The Fiend, he needs to be booked better, no doubt. But he's not buried. I hate when people say the Fiend is buried, just like they said Randy Orton's buried when he got beat by Keith Lee in 7 minutes. And I was like, what are you guys watching, man? Randy Orton is amazing. He's not going to be buried because of Keith Lee. And Bray Wyatt is not going to be buried no matter what the fuck Vince does to him. He's so damn good, he will keep coming back. But there's going to come a point where Vince has to throw him a bone. Anyway, I'm getting off track. I would love to see Husky Harris back because I know Bray Wyatt would bring that shit to life. And it would be absolutely awesome. Is my new, oh, you know what? I got a new shirt coming down below for the ladies. I know the ladies always say, oh, BC, we don't have enough for us, man. So I got a new Sasha Banks shirt out for the ladies out there, man. Be on the lookout. It's not in the store right now. Maybe it is. Maybe if you click on one of the shirts, it'll go to that. But it's not showing up right now on the tube anyway. But a new Sasha Banks shirt. Or it could be for anybody. Who am I saying, right? Dudes can sport it too, but it's purple on black. So as long as you guys are man enough to wear purple on black, that's cool. I wanted to do a dude shirt right back, or again, for anybody. Ladies can wear it too, but I wanted to do a Bray Wyatt shirt. It got rejected by Teespring, so I wasn't able to do it. WWE had a copyright on one of the words or something, so it got rejected. So for now, only the Sasha Banks shirt is going to be in the store, guys, down below. So I tried to do a Bray Wyatt one, though. But yeah, I wouldn't mind Husky Harris at all, as long as it's not a serious thing. It would be fun, I think. Julian Torres, 199. Thank you, Julian. BC, did you happen to catch Ballistic Becky on the LED? I saw a lot of Ballistic Beckys, Julian, a lot. But yes, I did. I saw Crazy Kooky Karen as well. I even saw Danny Dipshit Guggenheimer and Fuckwad Fred. What they were doing up there, I have no fucking idea. But yeah, I saw them all. For sure. Is there any... I want to make sure I don't have any late-breaking news before I take off, guys, that I need to discuss with you guys. You guys hear about Peyton Royce? Peyton Royce is now going to be on there. I mean, we knew this, obviously. That's the Iconics splitting up and all that. What is this doing? Anybody who wanted the Iconics to split up, this is the product of what you wanted. Congratulations. The Iconics were fine with their little 2-minute matches. Sure, they might annoy you. I didn't mind the Iconics. I didn't mind them at all. I felt there was a spot for them. But you couldn't deal with 2-minute tag matches. So now we're going to have Peyton Royce in 8-minute championship matches. Watch. Vince is high on Peyton, I'm hearing. And I like Peyton and I like Billy. Again, I was a fan of the Iconics. Maybe not a fan. Maybe that's stretching it. But I liked them. But they should have been the Iconics. Why are you splitting them up? Nobody. And again, this is somebody who likes Peyton. I like Billy Kay. Nobody wants to see them singly. What the fuck? Am I supposed to believe Peyton Royce? And again, for the third time, I like Peyton. Am I supposed to believe Peyton is giving Sasha Banks a 17-minute championship match? Is Peyton Royce going to go in there for 12 minutes with Charlotte? What are you expecting? She's improved drastically. She should be in a tag team with Billy Kay as the Iconics. Unfucking real. How do you guys feel about that, man? Carlos really liked the Iconics, right? I mean, that's what I'm saying, man. I didn't want it. I didn't want it. I like the Iconics. Mr. What the Flow. That's what I'm saying, man. Even if you didn't like the Iconics, I'm sure you would want them more than singly. Oh, I tell you, man. Gonna miss the Iconics, Jennifer Pierce. No question, man. Well, just... some people, again, just wanted them off their fucking TVs. They were so annoying. But this is a product of that. I thought they were damn good for the purpose they served. Be ultra annoying, get faces over. You could have utilized them much better. So in that aspect, I agree, Jennifer Pierce. I would absolutely miss them. Because they could have done so much more for faces. Now you're going to have to put up with them singly. Now you got double the fun. Anybody who hated them, now you got double of them. Anthony Hitch, 99 cents. Thank you, my friend. Means a lot, my man. Thank you, Anthony. WWE is going to see that they're better together than apart. Christopher, I agree. Absolutely agree. Women's division needs a team like the Iconics, Warrior Nation. Exactly. Who the fuck are you going to have to put other people over? Tina's Cupcake. Yay, so glad I'm able to catch you live. Tina's Cupcake, thank you, my friend. I'm glad you're able to catch it as well. Marius, $5 spot, man. Marius, thank you. That's a Starbucks, man. Thank you. Got my Starbucks. Let's get amplified. Do you have a favorite WWE Iron Man match, BC? Mine is Lesnar versus Angle from SmackDown 2003. Marius, my answer isn't that gratifying. Probably it's the Shawn Michaels Bret Hart Iron Man match. And I know that's like an obvious answer, but it was such a big deal back in the day. And I just remember WrestleMania 12. I remember where I was. I remember the big deal that it was. I remember them busting their ass. I remember the whole sudden death. All of that, man. It's just, I can't put one over the other. There was probably better ones that if I took the time, wrestling-wise, moment to moment, maybe I would put above. But for the whole package, I gotta say Bret Hart, Shawn Michaels, WrestleMania 12. I have to. But yeah, you look at the ones with like Lesnar and Angle and you just wonder, they did the Iron Man thing, man. People don't even think Lesnar can go half an hour. These days, he gets so red in 5 minutes. But yeah, Marius, it's WrestleMania 12 for sure. Thank you, my friend. What were we talking about? Oh, the icon. Yeah, so you guys, I think a lot of you guys agree, man. Having them together, get it done with in 2 to 5 minutes, serve their purpose, get people over, and now you're just going to have them split up, and now you have Peyton Royce probably going to be going for championships. Good job, guys. Because that's what Vince will do. Oh, they're not working together? We'll split them up. That's what we'll do. Just split them up, man. Why not? And if you don't have anything with them together, what are you going to have with them singly? He doesn't think it through. He never thinks this shit through. He's literally moment to moment. And in the process, people get ruined. Careers get ruined in the process. And if he doesn't like it, then guess what? It's a you're fired situation, right, Vince? You don't like it, Peyton? If you don't like it, Billy Kay. Yeah. What, Morrow? You're not going to leave? Come on, Morrow. What's wrong, Matt Hardy? You don't want to be a backstage producer?
Donald Trump?
Did he just fire Donald Trump? That was awesome. Did I just hear that correctly? When the hell was that?
Donald Trump?
This guy fired Donald Trump on TV. How the fuck does that happen? When the hell was that, guys? That's funny. Oh, man. So, hopefully you guys enjoyed this stream, man. I think I wanted to go within an hour. It's a little over, but thank you guys, man. You guys remember the Trump thing? I guess I don't know, man. Maybe I tried to forget that. Who the hell knows? He fired fucking, that's funny, man. Blueprint Nation. Yep, Donald Trump, you're fired. You guys remember that, man. You can't fire me because I quit, Jennifer. Yeah, I remember that. Lyra, Sims Gamer, 1999. Love your channel. Lyra, thank you, man. I love you guys, dude. Lyra, much love right back to you. I'm glad you caught the stream. I hope you caught it from near the beginning. We're about to end it now, but I'll have this thing up on the channel later. So I appreciate it, Lyra, much. Much respect and love. That'll go to my my coffee addiction for sure. Can't believe you guys remember that. Blueprint, Barack Obama, you're fired. That's awesome. No, don't go there, Mr. Black. You don't even go here. What if BC ran for president? Oh my goodness, man. We'd be getting amplified on motherfuckers. I'd be storming into towns and cities. What the fuck is going on? Dragging governors and mayors. I probably wouldn't last too long, but people would love me though, man. We'd be getting fucking amped for sure. Speaking of, we got to get amped for the rest of the day, guys, and the weekend. I'll see you guys tomorrow for SmackDown's review and reaction. Maybe AEW's all-out pay-per-view review as well Sunday. You never know. If I have the time, I really would like to. So that'd be pretty cool. Much love to all you guys. Damn, man, baby. Damn, man, baby. Put them up. Put them up. Yow, what the fuck? Look at that motherfucker. Oh. Gotta pump myself up, guys. We gotta go in the world and tackle that shit. Yeah. Much love, guys. I'll check you. I'll see you tomorrow for the, what is it? Almost a Raw review. Smackdown's review and reaction. You know this. Catch you later, Alex. Thank you, my friend. I'll talk to you guys tomorrow. Brandon, BC 2024. Yes. Electrifying the American airwave. KC Canada. Awesome, man. Peace. Bryan, peace right back to you. SoundCloud, thank you again, my friend. Check you. Great stream today, BC. Check you later. JR9 Gaming, thank you very much. I'm glad you caught it. Mr. What the Fluff, thank you, man. Right back at you. SOS, thank you, my man. I'll be right back with you guys tomorrow for sure. Red Team, go! Riaz. Yes, you know it. Lucas, check you. Where's Carlos? Did I get Carlos? Blueprint, where you at? Check you guys. Warrior Nation, check you. Yeah, Brandon, check you. Kane, check you guys. Lamont, thank you for tuning in. There's Blueprint running for 2025. Check you later. Check your Blueprint. Thanks for tuning in, man. Talk to all you guys tomorrow. All right. Jennifer may have had to go. Maybe your sister's having a fucking baby or son. Jennifer, hopefully all is good. Vicky Hess. There was no Vicky Hess today. Where the fuck's Vicky Hess at? Undisputed. I didn't see Undisputed either. What the fuck? As BC says, we can get good wrestling at the local bingo hall with Danny Dipshit, Dugenheimer, Peacock, Paulie, Luigi Lugnuts, and Fuckwat Fred, and Benny Ballsack Bendito, and Chainsaw Charlie. You know it, man. I'm going to go catch it actually Saturday night. It's going to be the prequel to AEW's All Out, man. They're going to run a 2-hour show. Mohammed, check you. Carlos, there you are, man. Thank you, my friend. I'll talk to you all you guys tomorrow. All right. I'm like a half an hour late here, man. Talking to you guys is way more fucking fun. There's Jennifer. All right. Gonna miss you all. Can't wait till we're back together again. Shouts out to you and all my AMP unit. Jennifer, thank you, man. Talk to all you guys tomorrow. For now, you know what we got to do. Man, still a couple hundred of you guys still rocking on our end credits. Thank you. That means a lot, man. You guys are rock stars. Just to hear me say bye. We don't say bye. We say check you later. Check you guys. Much love.